Hello, 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 and welcome to Podswoggle, a wrestling podcast with entertainment, and if I'm not mistaken, the sixth annual Podswoggle Invitational Tournament, brought to you from the boys at Podswoggle, a wrestling podcast with entertainment available on the Arcade Audio Network. If you've been following us since our inception almost 9 years ago, you know that every single March we bring you March O Madness, the best computer simulated video game wrestling tournament in the world. Taking the 64, or now even more than 64, best wrestlers from the past year in the world of professional wrestling, simulated on the most recent 2K video game until we have one winner. Well, about 6 years ago, we decided that the tournament just didn't hold enough participants, so we started just like the NIT in the NCAA men's basketball tournament, the PIT, the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament, where each of our representatives nominate men to go into the tournament to determine a secondary winner. This year, the winner of the PIT will automatically get a championship opportunity. The Podswoggle Championship, our normal monthly stream outside of our usual peak month, which is March for March of Madness. So the winner of this has got a 33 and a third chance of walking away with the Podswoggle Championship on March 30th, taking on Pasta Malone and whoever the winner of Marcho Madness is. Of course, Marcho Madness is going to be coming at you live March 30th. 11 a.m. Eastern is when Marcho Madness will be starting. Thank you so much. We've already had a huge response from the amount of brackets we've gotten in. I think we creeped into about the 300 mark after today. So thank you guys so much. We are just 10 days away from Marcho Madness, giving away a bunch of great prizes. First place is going to get a year's worth of streaming for their favorite wrestling network, whether it be the WWE Network, New Japan, Shikara. There's so many out there, whatever they want to do. And then second place is going to get a wrestling store gift card, whether it be, again, WWE Shop, Pro Wrestling Tees, Ringside Collectibles, whatever they're thinking. Third place is going to get a random wrestling grab bag that I'm providing. And then last place, you get a little something too. So tonight we have our most eclectic, by far, Podswoggle Invitational Tournament of all time. Each member of the Swoggle Squad has two nominees, and then the other four spots have been rounded out by last year's pit winner, the highest ranked PWI wrestler that didn't make Marcho Madness, the highest draftee in our annual draft, and the person that held the title in professional wrestling the longest without making the tournament this year. Allow me to hit the Twitterverse to let everyone know we are live, and when we will get started with the 15 matches that we will do tonight to determine who will be the 2019 pit winner, joining the likes of Diego from Los Matadores, the Boogeyman, Kota Ibushi, Zack Sabre Jr., and Trent Barretta. Swoggle in. Can't spell the word invitational. Invitational tournament. Okay. So we have alerted the masses. They will be coming. Let's get the tournament kicked off with a Team Rich versus Team Vacant matchup. What's going on, B-Sum? Sorry, I'm still in the P1 mode, which I'll be pimping throughout the evening when I'm talking about teams. But Rich has a very interesting member of his team And that very interesting member of the team is former WCW World Heavyweight Champion David Arquette. He's had one hell of a year. Of course, the requirements, you had to have wrestled a match in the past calendar year, March 1st to March 1st, to qualify. He'll be taking a man who has found himself in the pit before, also found himself in March of Madness before, the villain Marty Scurll. Rich, one of his two picks is David Arquette, God bless his soul. Marty Scurll in the streams has had kind of an interesting history. In Marcho Madness, he is currently 1-2. I'm glad, Nate, the okay-ish. I'm glad you are hyped for the pit. What's going on, White and or Nerdy? Everyone's filing in just in time for match number 1. Scurll also, I believe, made his debut in the 2017 tournament. As the bell's rung, we're underway. Marty confident, as he should be, against David Arquette early. Nice takedown there by the villain. No, Marty Scurll actually, in the 2016 pit is where he made his debut. And in that 2016 pit, he made it all the way to the Final Four. He defeated Sting and Daniel Bryan in that tournament before being eliminated by Mojo Rawley. So Scurll, like I said, an interesting history. Nothing says interesting history like David Arquette in professional wrestling. Arquette, after watching this gentleman for 4 hours now with my son, after watching this gentleman for 4 hours with an unnamed Daniel Tiger for the next tournament. Tyler, be my guest. Villain caught Arquette off the ropes. Oh, and beautiful gotcha kick there by Scurll. He's going to work on those joints, manipulate them. Rich, I'm not sure how smart or forward-thinking he really was, picking David Arquette with one of his two picks. Arquette, of course, almost died this year in professional wrestling, as Scurll tying him all kinds of up. And just watching his handiwork. And a big kick right into the keister. Of course, tonight, 15 matches. Just a taste of the 63 matches you will get March 30th, 11 a.m. Eastern. And of course, also, on April 10th, culminating WrestleMania week, is the finale of the P1 Pinnacle, the Podswoggle 1 Pinnacle Tournament that we've been doing off of Fire Pro Wrestling. All the episodes are available on YouTube, except the last 3 weeks. It's coming down to the wire there. We just saw in our last week, week 18 of, week 19 that just aired. We now know that A Block is down to Kazuchika Okada versus Conor McGregor. Daniel Tiger versus King Friday. I don't know who had gotten that one. Ref out of position for the count for Arquette, only a 1. Kazuchika Okada, Conor McGregor. We'll see them on night 22. That'll be the Monday before the stream on April 8th. The next 2 weeks will be finishing B Block. Of course, B Block in the P1 Pinnacle is down to the Joker and Dag Boomer. Right now, David Arquette looking impressive against Marty Scurll. Good villain. A little stump puller there. Shade the big bully Busick with that one. Winner of this, moving on to the second round, has a date against the winner of our next matchup, actually. Kane and Bobby Roode. So if you need to get a snack, that's the time to do so. Arquette, so the March of Madness article, big spear by Arquette. The March of Madness article, as Arquette goes for a cover after that spear on Scurll, count of 2. Marty Scurll just got beat by David Arquette in the middle of the ring. I just put it in the fridge, so it's not going to be cold. It's going to be ice. I literally just put it in. My wife is upset that the Dr. Pepper is not cold. Cold is Marty Scurll. David Arquette with a spear. I was literally in the middle of saying that somebody inevitably always asks off of Reddit, what is the ratings for the non-roster members? And I tell them that, it's kind of a composite of everything that's going on. But they don't really matter. Here's an example. I'm an almost 10-point underdog. David Arquette eliminates the villain Marty Scurll in the first round. The pit always has shocking results, and that is one. Rich's pick of David Arquette is getting into the second round. You drink that warm Dr. Pepper and be grateful, woman. Oh, Jesus, I didn't read that whole thing. Tyler did. He's fine. Hey, he watched 4 hours of This Gentleman, so with his son. Look, he's been through some stuff today, okay? You give him a long leash. Okay. You can take the leash off of yourself and give it to him.
Yeah, I like it, Tyler.
David Arquette is in the second round of the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. Hey, what the fuck?
What? What?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in probably 4 years, Augie is here. This is weird. I think somebody just made Augie as their name. I'm just guessing.
Yeah,
Augie, now I really want you to win because you're here to see this.
I'm sorry. Did Augie know that you do this every month?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Augie probably thought we were recording the night, and it was like, oh, wait, it's the other thing. I'm available.
Confirm or deny, Augie. Confirm or deny.
Oh, don't make Augie confirm or deny anything. I could open up a huge can of worms. I didn't know Augie knew what Twitch was. He still does it. Augie's here for his pick, Bobby Roode, who for some reason he chose instead of Pac and Sami Zayn. I almost said Sami Neville and Adrian Zayn.
When I got this stupid fucking cup of ice and I left the fucking Dr. Pepper in the kitchen.
It's your dumbass fault.
Augie is
Augie's
me out.
Augie's messing us all up. Also messing us all up. The fact that we're gonna watch Bobby Roode and Kane for the next 5 minutes. Just thought I'd check in between Battlefield matches. You asshole. Well, you're here just in time for one of your two participants.
I don't think it's Augie because the grammar's all correct.
It's probably like getting auto-corrected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bobby Roode. So this match is actually, despite what it looks like on the surface, kind of interesting. Kane, lifetime March of Madness record, as Roode comes out with an awkward clothesline to start, is 9-5 in live March of Madness. His lifetime, and by lifetime, if you're unfamiliar, I went back when I was unemployed and simulated years worth of March of Madnesses, is 36-17. Why the fuck did I don't? You picked Roode, and then underneath you put Pac and Sammy, and I was like, you want Roode first? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, fine, fuck. That's it. So Kane has many wins in March of Madness history, but never a championship. This is the first year in live March of Madness history that Bobby Roode is not in March of Madness. He's slumming it here in the pits. Bobby Roode was in the first 8 March of Madnesses, 3 wins, 8 losses. So not... Well, normally, just because you have a bad record in March of Madness doesn't mean... I mean, yeah, I would say he's successful. He's still on the roster. He's. Hey, you shut your mouth. R-Truth in March of Madness this year. Mr. Mullet, how much did I miss? Mr. Patrick, if I can say that. You missed one match. You missed David Arquette spearing Marty Scurll. And Augie's here for the first time in Twitch history. Besides when he's here for the Rumbles and he's here live. I feel like I'm Tony Schiavone talking over an undercard match and primping the main event of Nitro during this Bobby Roode and Kane match. As we expected. So this is match 2 of the first round. This is the Pit. Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. It started as the Pits, but it's the Pit. The Invitational Tournament. You know what this is.
No, I have to listen to it.
Bobby Roode working on Kane. Something severe. Very, very confident, glorious yell. Roode actually has the rating advantage. The fact that Daniel Tiger wears a hoodie and shoes, but no pants concerns me. I don't even know if you mean to still talk about Daniel Tiger. Roode, big clothesline in the corner on Kane. Kane, way too powerful for Roode to get that Irish whip attempt complete. Dragging Roode against the ropes. What's Kane going for here? Maybe I thought I was going for a stun gun. But instead just body slams Roode awkwardly against the ropes. Kane is the winner of the worst match in March of Madness history. Him and Bobby Fish had a big old stinker a couple years ago that literally ended with Kane suffocating Bobby Fish with his smelly hand. And so far, Kane's not disappointing. Kane is Tope's pick because Tope just the way Mr. Rogers would have wanted it. I just got to the Inside Out episode of Married, and it's been so great. Oh, thank you, M. Patrick. We appreciate that. He's going back and listening to all the Married with movies. Don't worry, they get better and better because she finally figured out how to, be entertaining. I love you. Sorry. Kane going to the top rope, maybe looking for a top rope clothesline, or maybe looking for a splash, an elbow. I'm not sure. Top rope. Oh, Rude caught him with an exploder. Very impressive counter there by Bobby Roode. I just realized my username is just my first and last name. I'm so old. Yeah, I think everyone else's is Podswoggle in their name. I think Spencer's is still Speeham, but
Yeah, but everybody else is Podswoggle.
yeah, something.
So yours should be Podswoggle all of
Yeah. What was I saying right before this? I was saying I don't remember. See, I'm old too. I don't remember the fuck I was talking about. That was a very sick reversal by Rude. Clothesline Rude. Rude. Spine buster by Rude on Kane. That's what I was going to say, is that Tope's pick was Kane. His original pick was Freight Train from $5 Wrestling, but we cannot find a Freight Train to download. Rude went for the glorious DDT there. Kane countered it. So that's why Tope, after Triple H, The Undertaker, and John Cena were picked, we're like, well, fuck it, Kane. It would be very apropos here as well if Augie lost one of his two representatives via Kane, even though I'm really rooting for Bobby Roode, because, of course, I'm going to root for Augie over Tope, because Tope's been champion for 7 goddamn months. And as soon as I say that, Kane raises his stupid smelly hand in the air, takes Roode by the throat. Roode counters. Thought he was going to immediately go into the glorious DDT. This match has gotten way better than it should have been all of a sudden. Armbar by Roode. Kane in trouble. Kane crucifix rolls Roode off of him. Roode kicking the midsection again. Glorious DDT by Bobby Roode. Floats over, immediately into a cover on Kane. Count of 2, and Bobby Roode gets the victory over Kane. We will have Bobby Roode and David Arquette in the second round. What? Tope loses one of his 2 picks. That's very good. It's very important that Tope does not win the pit. So he gets 2 out of 3 for that championship match. Beautiful counter by Roode there. Kane's futility in these tournaments continues. And Bobby Roode, I think his 4th ever Marcho Menace or pit win. His first win in a couple years. What a second round match we have already. There's a glorious DDT, and the key there was how quick he rolled over in that cover. Seamless transition into the pin. Roode, second round for him. Get some glorious lighting there. Little strut. Kane thinking about what he's going to do in Tennessee. Bobby Roode, your winner. All right, well, we've had one legend defeated. Let's see if another legend, in what is assuredly his last chance in a pit or Marcho Madness, get the victory. Tope's second, but we could get rid of Tope right now, and that would be great, but I don't think we're going to have it. At least 2K knows how to book a Roode match. Very true. It is, for the first time, because we started this after he was already retired, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. I'm in the middle of rehearsal right now, so just wanted to check in. You wanted to check in. Do you want me to bump your match up? And by that, I mean for the first time in pit history, we have somebody here who is in the tournament because he worked a match in the past year. Verde the Luchador. Let me know before I start this match if you want.
Let's move it up.
Well, I want to make sure, like, if he's going to be checking in, like, and he's only going to be here for like a minute, but he's getting more time later. I want to make sure he sees himself. Also, he's my pick.
I'm sure his concern is to see himself wrestle in a video game version of something he does in real life.
I will slowly prep this match just in case.
Obviously, he's not.
Shawn Michaels will be wrestling. Widden's pick. I can't do this much slower.
Tell me a little bit about Shawn Michaels.
How much you want to know?
When did Shawn Michaels start? And why is Shawn Michaels 05, the one that we're...
Because he's in the game. Look, do you want me to make Shawn Michaels bald? Then let me change the hair, all right?
No, I'm just asking.
You're in time for the good stuff, Professor Pirate. I know, this is the best you've ever been at this. Why are you doing this? Wynn's pick is Marco Stunt. He literally looks like my kid in 2 years.
I mean, except a guy.
Well, but I mean, like, the definition and the, everything. Shawn Michaels versus Marco Stunt is our next match. We're going to go ahead and do it.
All right, man. We try Kirby.
Shawn Michaels, I don't have any stats on. He only did... I know he didn't have a good record in all those retro Marcho Madnesses. But Marco Stunt is small. He had a good year. Burst on the scene, but he's going to be taking on HBK. He was immediately coming out hot with a big punch and throwing little Marco around. Oh, it depends on if you want to say career or life. I mean, 96, he was champion almost the whole year. My next Twitch pick is going to be Jillian Stunt. Done. I'm just going to rename Marco Stunt Jillian Stunt. That's all it's going to be. I mean, I'm sure, but also 1996, he was high all the time. Question whether Marco would find a barbershop window to dive through or not. Marco, we have to be careful before he doesn't slip under the floorboard in the barbershop. Now I need to see Mullet versus Major Chip Hazard. I have Chip. Hey, you're going to see Chip Hazard at Swoggle Mania, probably. Sean working that big man style. Oh, yeah, I downloaded I found a Major Chip Hazard.
Did you find any Gorgonites?
Will you stop? I did not find any. I didn't look.
You didn't look for any Gorgonites?
Jesus Christ, woman. My wife's a big Small Soldiers mark.
A huge Small Soldiers.
We went to a flea market on Saturday, and there was way too many Small Soldiers toys we almost bought.
They were way too expensive. They were like $4 a piece for all the Happy Meals.
They're like Happy Meal toys.
It was too steep for my blood.
Marco must have been sicker.
But I'm a big Small Soldiers mark, and I've got a few on the card.
Because of me.
Because of Mullet, obviously.
You're the Bobby Heenan of this chat now, Professor Pirate. You're going to keep saying that men are diving through windows. Look at this triangle choke by Marco, giving Shawn Michaels a run for his money.
Who isn't a Small Soldiers?
Small Soldiers is a pretty great late 90s movie. It is. So Major Chip Hazard will be seen at some point. Oh, Rich, avert your eyes. Pow driver by HBK on little Marco Stunt. Shawn Michaels. Like I said, not the best record in these tournaments. To be fair, and this isn't fair to Flair. They're really only quotes I can pull off the top of my head. Just ask for people to give you something to drink. Make fun of Martha Hart. No, Martha Hart. No, God, don't make fun of Martha Hart. That lady's a saint. Helen Hart. Martha's been through a lot. From Shawn Michaels. Marco, a little spit fuck. I'm sad I'm not going to see Marco in a couple weeks when we're in New York for Mania. God, fuck, that's like 2 weeks away. I will be on a plane to New York in 14 days for WrestleMania. Augie will already be there, so there's not going to be a New York for me to get to. Stu, wake up! Augie flies in Tuesday night. Him and Tope will be alone in New York for 12 hours, so it was a good run, City.
They're going to sleep most of the time.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They should probably be sleeping.
What was that name Bobby used to make fun of? Bruce or... Oh, it was Bruce. God, what's the guy's name? Bruce? God, that's a stupid name. You have 9 months and the best you can come up with is Bruce. It's a great line. Especially for the fact that Rich Camelucci was almost named Brooch. Nip up! Caught him! Power bomb by Michaels on Marco. Can I make fun of Davey Boy Smith Jr. based on the Hart transitive property? Yes, you can. Yes, yeah. Rich Camelucci was almost named Bruce Camelucci. That's the best fact in the history of planet Earth. Michaels top rope. Beautiful elbow drop on a Marco stunt. And it was because of Springsteen, not the shark from Jaws. Will the elbow be enough? No, Marco kicks out. I look forward to make fun of Davey Boy Smith Jr. WrestleMania weekend, because I'm sure we'll bump into him in a bar again like we did in Miami almost 10 years ago. And he had the worst shirt on of all time. It looked like Tommy Bahama and Banksy had a project together, and then someone threw up on it.
Yeah, the Tommy Bahama Banksy.
Michaels tuning up the band. Marco stunt.
Exclusively at
Sweet chin music. Count of 2 and 3. Shawn Michaels defeats Marco Stunt. Want to know who the Blue Eyes began? The man who dropped the ring, dropped an elbow on Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels. I love that taunt Shawn Michaels did. It looks like he's just whacking two dudes off in the air. So Widden just lost somebody. So Widden has lost somebody. And Tope has lost somebody. But Tope, Rich, and Augie all have somebody in the next round. Good effort by Marco Stunt. But Shawn Michaels making it look easy at the end. Tommy Banks Hama. Yeah, that's the closest we get. Oh, big sweet chin music. Shawn had to kneel down to give that one, it looks like. Living his dream while being a child. HBK, your winner. You got a beautiful head of hair. If he'd had that at Crown Jewel, that match would have been all right. All right, halfway point. In the first round, this is a match that we saw in the first round of March of Madness about 8 years ago. And it is very weird to see it in the pit. It will be Jinder Mahal, who's in the tournament because he was the highest ranked PWA wrestler who didn't make March of Madness. He'll be taking on a man who has never seen the pit because he is the greatest March of Madness competitor of all time, John Cena. The way that Crown Jewel match would have been alright is if Shawn oversold the whole time like he did for Flair or for Hogan. John Cena, just like Bobby Roode, this is the first time he has not been in March of Madness since its inception. We have had 8 live March of Madnesses. John Cena's record is 32-6 in live March of Madnesses. He won the 2012 and 2016 tournament. One of 2 men to win 2 March of Madnesses. Of course, the other being your current reigning defending 2-time champion, Zack Sabre Jr. Looking to become the first to make it 3. Cena wasn't around enough and didn't do enough to make the tournament this year. So now he finds himself in the pit and trying to become the second man along with Zack Sabre Jr. Because we've done 3 tournaments and Zack Sabre Jr. has never lost a fucking match in them to win the March of Madness and pit tournament. Mahal last year lost by countout because he threw his opponent into the ring and then didn't get into the ring. So this kind of goes to show you how this match might turn out. Although it's a nice clothesline by Mahal to start. I would lose my shit if this match was just Bell, DDT, pin, Cena wins. You never know. Hey, Mahal in that match I was talking about in the 2013 March of Madness. Cena was eliminated in the second round. Mahal was his first round match, and Mahal made it scary. Mahal gave Cena a run for his money. Cena, like I said, he is March of Madness. The fact that he's not in this tournament this year is sad. That's why I picked him for the pit. Also, I want to beat Tope and be champion again. Cena is technically on the list of guys banned from Podswoggle title tournaments, so this is the only way that he could ever become champion again is by being in the pit or March of Madness. Mahal really about to Jinder himself again. Nobody Jinders like Mahal, that's for sure. Yeah, Jinder, man, it's gonna be really weird when Jinder Mahal makes Jack Swagger look like Shawn Michaels in terms of stature in the company. Who are the guys that John Cena has lost to in March of Madness? Of course, he lost to Matt Morgan in the first live March of Madness. Followed up the following year with winning the whole goddamn thing. Then in 2013, like I said, he lost to Jack Swagger in the second round. He answered back in 2014 with a Final Four appearance. He was in the Big E. Mahal is definitely the Jannetty 3MB. No, Mahal is the Leaf. Oh, it's not Leaf. Is Leaf Cassidy? Yeah, Leaf Cassidy of 3MB. Heath Slater's the Jannetty. Because we're going new rockers. Jannetty was never WWE champion. Also, Marty Jannetty also, well, to be fair, Jinder Mahal, I've never seen drunkenly wrestle in a hotel ballroom like I did Marty Jannetty. John Cena in 2015 was eliminated in the Elite 8 by Bray Wyatt. 2016, of course, he won it all. 2017, he was defeated in the Final Four. No, he was defeated in the championship almost won it for the third time against Zack Sabre Jr. And then last year was eliminated in the Sweet 16 by Cesaro. So kind of a strong, so Wyatt, Big E, Cesaro, Swagger, Morgan, definitely big, strong guys. I was kind of the type of person to defeat Cena in the tournament. Mahal kind of fits that mold. The winner of this will be taking on Shawn Michaels, by the way, in the next round. So a Cena HBK match is always good. Fair on all points. I have banished Leaf Cassidy from my memory. So has Al Snow. Cena went for a belly-to-belly. Mahal counters. Hits Cena off. Mahal's hanging tough. Cena's looks like he's had control, but anything can happen here. Mahal sent back onto the apron by Cena. Cena not letting Mahal do his tricks on the floor. Vertical suplexes him back into the ring. Cena fired up. Oh, looking for it. You cannot see him bounce off the ropes. Dirt off the shoulder. 5 knuckle shelf. Had a little bit more onto that animation this year. Wouldn't be a March of Madness on me saying that. Totally unexcited, but I'm excited because he's mine, and I'm excited because he didn't even need an AA to win. Cena's winning matches with the 5 knuckle shuffle. I will take it. John Cena moving on to the second round and into a very spicy matchup against HBK. So we've lost, so 2 of the 4 automatic bids are gone, and 4 of the 6 members of the Swoggle squad have somebody in the second round. We've not gotten to any of Spencer's wrestlers yet. So Spencer, of course, still has 2 full chances to get there. And the only one that is missing at the moment is Widden. We'll get to him in just a little bit. Boy, waste the good stuff on Mahal. Yeah, you got to save yourself, you know? There you go again. Let's see this beautiful, look at the extra pep in the knees. Extra dirt taken off. And Cena. Mahal is the Matt Taven of 3MB. He sure is, Professor Pirate. And if B-Sum is here, bring on the hate. I don't have to wear a crown WrestleMania weekend. That's good. It's a dumb bet that I made that I almost lost. What are you...
Because my mom went to see a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom is a fucking bitch.
What?
She's got to send me this fucking poster for a Child's Play movie.
I love your mom. Your mom's the best.
Yeah, great. And then she's laughing and puts a shit. Puts a poop emoji.
Match 5 of 8 in the first round. 2 men. Obviously. The guy, our third automatic bid, the man who opened the wrong spot. The man who was held a title in the world of wrestling the longest in the grading period. Nick Aldis, the current NWA champion. He'll be taking on a man above men. Spencer's first pick, Minoru Suzuki. This one's going to be good. Take a look at the history here. Nick Aldis was a former 2-seed in March of Madness. Of course, as Magnus, his record in the tournament was 2-3. Suzuki, if I'm not mistaken, made his debut despite the fact that he's over the age of 50 last year and lost his first match. Spencer trying to join 4 of the members in the second round. Yeah, oh, Jesus. Immediately two slaps and an elbow right to the face of Aldis. Ref trying to get in between there. I was like, no way, that's a clean break. Suzuki browbeating Aldis early, treating him like a young lion. Yeah, that is a pretty good Suzuki. Aldis looked like he had Botox. Suzuki tripping Aldis up. Now working on those legs. Suzuki off the ropes. Big running boot. Suzuki looking good early. Suzuki also, he's got some energy. He's a little quick on all these grapples and all these strikes. Aldis having to keep up with the legend. My only regret is that there aren't any young lions around to get beaten up. Look, if I have to make a list like the top 10 things I'm excited about WrestleMania weekend, one of those things is belting at the top of my lungs, Kaze Ninae. at MSG when Suzuki comes out. He's not booked yet for the show, but he's confirmed that he will be in New York. I'm guessing he is booked for that show, even if he's just in the Honor Rumble, I'll take it. Also, seeing a Rumble at MSG is going to be just on, even if it's a pre-show Rumble, it's going to be incredible. Aldis cracking the neck of Suzuki. Aldis telling Suzuki, get up on your feet, old man. Big drop kick by Minoru. Yeah, this is a Nick Aldis match, all right. Just a lull and everything. Oh, now bashing the head of Suzuki into the corner. Gonna do it 11 times. Taking Suzuki down to the mat, stomping onto his back. Stomping onto the arm. Now headlock with that knee planted firmly into the lower back. Suzuki gets his way out of that one. Aldis looking for a suplex. Nope, Suzuki knows every counter and every trick in the book. Didn't have the counter to that one. Aldis stomping on the back of Suzuki, picking him up. Sends him into the corner. Big clothesline. Aldis looking top rope. Aldis, just like Shawn Michaels, has a very good elbow drop from the top. Nails it right into the stomach. Is that enough to put Suzuki away? Count of 2, no. Suzuki kicks out. I thought that was going to be a very easy end of this match victory for Nick Aldis. Now, with firm control, locking on a headlock, draining some of the energy out of Suzuki. Suzuki wasn't even able to get Aldis off of him. And now more, just more brilliant mat work by Nick Aldis, let me tell you. Suzuki finally gets out of it, sweeps the leg out from under Aldis. And single legs him. Working on the leg, trying to ground the bigger man. Suzuki still feels good, doing a little Lesnar hop. Pin after the leg sweep, not even a 1. Suzuki was probably fast early on, looking to close it out before his age caught up with him. I've never seen that man actually have issues with his age or going the distance. Suzuki sidesteps whatever Aldis was going for there. Now got him. Oh, looking for the Gotch. Gotch style power driver. Shout out to Jerry Lynn. Suzuki nails Aldis with his finishing move. Drags him away from the ropes. Does Suzuki have the victory? 1, 2. No, Aldis kicks out of the Gotch pile driver. I think that's our first finishing move we've seen kicked out of here in the pit. So far it's been decisive. Aldis counters Suzuki's attempt. Sends Suzuki into the corner. Clothesline in the corner. Blocked in a big boot. Stomping on the arm. Suzuki will torture you. And as soon as I say that, mounted punches. Ooh. Ooh. Vicious elbows raining down on Aldis. Lesnar style unprotected elbows right to the forehead. Stepping over and cracking that arm some more. Aldis did something to piss Suzuki off. Now he's got that leg trap. I've seen Suzuki tap Hiroshi Tanahashi with that leg lock. Aldis gets out of it. Aldis, big clothesline. Aldis getting a comeback here off the ropes. 2 clotheslines. Leg Larry, and he's busted Suzuki open. Suzuki, though, undeterred, kicks Aldis right back. Dragging Aldis. And again, Suzuki. Now Suzuki's mad. Suzuki's tasted blood. He wants Aldis to bleed too. Raining down on him. This match has gotten really, really choppy. Suzuki's still peppy. Suzuki's going to the floor. Suzuki taking a breather, thinking if he's going to kill Nick Aldis or not. Is what it seems like. Again, just kind of walking it out, kind of ranted and raving like Bob Backlund here. Aldis is going to follow him out there. I'm not sure what Suzuki's doing. They're just getting in a chopping war. Suzuki drop kicks him down. At the start of this, we're kind of making fun of it, and this has turned out to be our best match of the night so far. It was always going to be a brutal match. The question of how much blood would be on the mat by the end of it. I'm not sure what the count is. Good Lord, Minoru Suzuki. Count is either 5 or 6. Suzuki looks like he's wanting to leave. Minoru Suzuki is like losing his mind at Nick Aldis. We're close to a double count out here. I'm not sure. Count is at 8, I think. Aldis throws Suzuki back in. Aldis just gets in time. Suzuki looks like he was just done with this. And Aldis says, no, I want to beat you. Sit out body slam. Not sure. We saw this happen a couple years ago, I think, with Bobby Lashley as well. Sometimes your opponent just gets you to the point where you don't want to do it anymore. And Nick Aldis, looks like Suzuki just laid down. Aldis with that sit-out body slam has defeated Minoru Suzuki in controversial fashion. So Spencer, unfortunately, will lose Minoru Suzuki. I think that was a shoot. Yeah. Did we just see our first ever video game shoot? That was very weird. It's like that earthquake sumo wrestling match back in Japan back in the 90s. And Suzuki hit the pile driver. Can't be Russo, not enough poles. Also, I'm intrigued by it, so it can't be Russo. But Nick Aldis gets the win. He's moving on to the next round. Even though Minoru Suzuki had this match in control. Your current NWA Heavyweight Champion, Billy Corgan's happy. Nick Aldis moving on. All right, well, we'll get his opponent in just a little while. Next is this is a high-profile last match. Again, another replacement. So, as we said earlier, Kane was a replacement for Freight Train. Rich's original pick was our good close personal friend. We basically tried to fill the tournament up with our friends, like Verle the Luchador is in the tournament with Marty DeRosa, because he did work a match WrestleMania weekend, but unfortunately there was no Marty. So Rich's backup pick was naturally Triple H. So Triple H, another former champion in this damn thing. What is Monster? Oh, fuck off. Tempting, but no. He'll be taking on a man he's very familiar with, Spencer's second pick, The Undertaker. Nothing like the Pit, and having an Undertaker versus Triple H match in NXT, nevertheless. Here we go. So, of course, both these guys, legendary March of Madness performers. Triple H more so live. Triple H was only in 2 live March of Madnesses, has a record of 6-2. He was the runner-up to John Cena in 2016 as the current WWE champion. A lifetime 31-14 in March of Madness. He's a 2-time March of Madness winner. The Undertaker, what is going on with this game? Undertaker second rope, dropping an axe handle on the Triple H immediately. Was putting my son to bed. Who won? Tyler? Nick Aldis, in a controversial fashion, defeated Minoru Suzuki, who looked like he wanted to leave the match. Undertaker, early dominance of Triple H here. Undertaker is only 4-1. He was in 1 live March of Madness. He made it to the final 4 before he lost to Matt Morgan. Retroactive March of Madnesses, he is 43, 18-1. That is a legendary career, a one-time March of Madness winner in 1996. As an NXT fan, I will only call them by their names of Tara Ryzen and Mean Mark Callis. So Tara Ryzen working over Mean Mark here. So this is Spencer's last chance. Spencer trying to join Tope, myself, Rich, and Augie in the second round. Rich can get both of his picks in the second round with Triple H, who's just ragdolling Mean Mark. H over the top. I vowed to never watch an Undertaker match again, as he should have retired years ago. I'm typing this match with my eyes. I'm typing this with my eyes closed. That's very impressive. Triple H bouncing Taker off the ropes. These guys, I think it's the only match that happened in the past year. Yeah, that's definitely. Oh, well, I don't know if Cena and Mahal wrestled this past year. They might have. I don't think they did. Same thing with Kane and Roode. I don't think that happened. But this happened twice. This happened at Super Showdown in Australia. And, of course, we already mentioned earlier, Crown Jewel. We basically just have all 4 members of that horrible Crown Jewel match in this tournament. And 2 of them will make the second round. We already lost Kane. HBK is already there. This pit normally is about young up-and-comers. And there's still some young up-and-comers in this. We've lost all of them so far. We lost Marco Stunt. We lost Marty Scurll. There's a big spine buster by Triple H. And Triple H is not fucking around here. Undertaker in trouble early. Triple H. No, Taker. Pedigree counters. Triple H way too early of an attempt for that pedigree, and Taker made him pay for it. Oh, I thought he was going for a pop-up choke slam instead. Just throwing Triple H as high as he can in the air. Undertaker almost feels disrespected by that early attempt at a pedigree. Taker now sends Triple H off the ropes. Another huge catapult. Now Taker wanting H to get to his feet. Triple H is in trouble. Undertaker, nope, Triple H counters the tombstone into a tombstone of his own. So both men have countered each other's signature maneuvers. They both try to go for the victory way too early in this match. Oh, big backbreaker. Taker still confident. This is classic Undertaker and Triple H. Undertaker and Triple H. Taker got him in the corner. There's that big splash. Maybe looking for snake eyes. Snake eyes on Triple H. Taker hits the ropes. Big boot. And a leg drop. It's the fastest the Undertaker's been in 5 years. Now Triple H in trouble. Taker loading game up. Nope. Blocks the chokeslam with a back elbow. Went for the kick for the pedigree. Taker has it. These two have known each other so well. Wrestled each other at 3 WrestleManias. Taker now driving that boot into the arm of Triple H. Maybe again thinking for a tombstone. He's went for it twice. Triple H is in the center of the ring for this one. Tombstone pile driver. Leaping variety into the pin. No, but Triple H, I think that was considered a rope break, or he just kicked out at 0 like he's at a fucking PWG show. But Triple H got very lucky there that tombstone resulted in that. Now he's definitely fighting from behind. Of course, it's a Triple H match, so it's going to go the longest. Wrench in the neck of Undertaker, not even a 2. Stomps on the arm. Taker rolls out of the way. And a backbreaker by Triple H. Picks him up. I didn't know if I was going for another spine buster. Undertaker counters whatever that attempt was. And smashes Triple H's head into the corner for a solid 11 times. Taker picks Triple H up. Oh, we're looking for the last ride. Last ride! Taker dropping Triple H down in the last ride. He removes the straps. Dropping the knees down. Taker, second time in the match, loading Triple H up. Triple H, for the second time in the match, counters the tombstone. So Taker is batting 1 for 3 on tombstones in this match. Triple H been more successful than Undertaker has. Triple H rolling Undertaker off, smartly blocking the head away from the ropes. Taker still kicking out at 2. Oh man, that is brilliant. Triple H looking for the pedigree. Pedigree on The Undertaker. Immediately rolls him over. Hooks the leg. What a come from behind victory this would be. No! Taker kicks out at 2. Off the pedigree. Triple H thought for sure he had him. Taker says this might be NXT. This may be your arena, but this is still my yard, and this is still me busting you open on that running DDT. Triple H in trouble off the DDT. No. Whoever on the Discord, if you're here, sent the fact that Trent and Chuck are having a 1-minute time limit match at Orange Cassidy's show. You are a saint. Thank you. Taker. Oh, he's going to open that wound up on Triple H's head. This ain't Mania, fellas. Simmer down now. I Michael Cole myself with that call. I did. Hey, look, I don't know what's going to happen like Cole, all right? Mine's legitimate. More work on the neck of Triple H by The Undertaker. Taker looking down. Oh, Triple H is a bloody mess. Driving that boot into that open wound twice. Taker malicious. Choke slam. Triple H blocked it the first time. Will not block it the second. Taker exhausted. Hooks the leg. Blocks the ropes off. Triple H still kicks out at 2. Two legends of the business. Going back and forth here in the first round of the pit. Taker's had some epic pit matches in the past few years. He's a pit veteran, but never won the pit spine buster. Triple H rolls over into the cover off the spine buster on Taker, still only 2. The first ever pit The Undertaker was in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. Triple H looking for another pedigree on The Undertaker. He was defeated by Big Cass in the first round. Second pedigree by on The Undertaker by Triple H. Count. And no, he kicked out again. 2 kickouts off the 2 pedigrees. Triple H's hit. I can't believe it. In 2017, Taker was not in it. And then last year, Taker was in it. If I'm not mistaken. I don't even know anymore. These guys are just spamming finishers against one another now. Triple H blocks a third block of the tombstone. I fell asleep, woke up, and this match is still going on. Triple H gets his shit in. Triple H always gets his shit in. Yes, last year, Undertaker's lost in the first round of every pit he's been in. Last year, he lost to Rusev. Triple H with a top rope knee drop. Go into that Harley Race playbook. Another spine buster. This match has been very good. Dragging him away. Triple H now trying to cheat The Undertaker. Oh, feet on the ropes. Taker gets him off. Oh, and Taker is not happy. Uppercut. The best pure striker in the WWE's history. Was teeing off on Triple H. Leg sweep counter. These guys have 3 more matches. And knee drop made my knees hurt. Now Taker slowing it down. Taker, maybe at this point you got to think, go for another last ride. Go for Hell's Gate. Did he blow out his quads again? No, somehow he came out perfectly fine off of that. Taker has gone for 4 tombstones in this match. And has only hit 1 of them. The time that he hit it, the ref called for a rope break. Yeah, Hunter. Oh, Steph, my knees. Taker. Second choke slam of the match. That could do it. Center of the ring. 1, 2. No, still only 2. Yes, Captain Cabana. It is 27 all over again. Undertaker setting up. I thought he was setting up for another choke slam. Center of the ring. Triple H blocks another one and clotheslines Taker to the outside. We could be here all night. Be a damn shame if this one ended in a double countout. as these two have gone to war. Big clothesline by Taker. Taker. Oh, body slamming Triple H against the ring apron there. These guys still countering each other over and over again. I tell you, I don't like the chances of whoever's facing these guys next. Taker throws Triple H back into the ring. Triple H fights him off. These guys, these two warriors, gladiators. Big suplex. Triple H's legs come crashing down on those ropes. The hottest part of the ring right there. Triple H is still bleeding severely. Taker knows it. More work to that head. Oh, and those punches are not gonna help. Those are gonna open Triple H up even more. What is going to give in this match? A little stiffsky there. We're a little loser finally retires for good. I mean, they may have to after this one. Taker belly to back. He is so winded. Holding his midsection. Picks Triple H up. What's he looking for? Maybe another last ride. Triple H sent down for the last ride. Taker not capitalizing immediately. He's so spent. Wasted way too much time here. Taker retired 3 years ago in my mind, and nothing will convince me differently. Taker just wasted so much time letting Triple H get to his feet. Picks him up. Sets him. Leaping tombstone pile driver. Catches him. And again, the ref calls for a break because Triple H's foot was minorly against the ropes. That was a questionable rope break call for the second straight time. You got to think if Triple H, with his authority, has paid this referee off. Unbelievable that the ref called that a rope break. Or Triple H is just kicking out of these at 0. That's the only other thing I can think of. Undertaker and Triple H. Taker brought him to the rope. That's on him. It's very true. He was way too close to the ropes. Papa NXT paid off the ref saying it isn't so. Papa NXT about to set up Taker for the... No! Taker counters the pedigree! My God, and a clothesline. I was going to say... I did all 16 play-in matchups for March of Madness in 2 hours, and these two are going to make this go way over. Taker, for the third time, center of the ring, leaping tombstone, crosses the arms. He's moving on. The Undertaker finally puts down Triple H in a fantastic match. Rich will lose his second competitor, and Spencer will join the other 4 of us in the next round. Widden, the only one in danger so far of not advancing in this tournament. Great effort by both men. The Undertaker finally getting out of the first round of the pit. 4 3/4 out of 5 stars. The same as their Hell in a Cell match. That's fair. The Undertaker in the biggest arena of regular NXT television ever. Will he add a pit? Just like John Cena, he can become the first man to have a pit and a March of Madness championship. Hell of a match. Who will he take on? 2 entirely different men are his opponent. The first man he may face is your current reigning and defending Podswoggle Invitational Tournament winner, Trent Beretta. Trent, of course, last year won the pit tournament, and then the previous year made it all the way to the Final Four of March of Madness. So Trent, just like Zack Sabre Jr., a very good history in this tournament. It's probably going to continue, because who is his opponent? But the youngest competitor in Pit history, Macho Madness history, and in WWE history, it's always Lacey on your menu screen. It's a weird glitch with the game where the DLC always happens. It's not my choice. It is Nicholas. It is Beretta versus a child. He's going to dude bust. Well, he's not going to dude bust. He's going to child bust Nicholas right now. Of course, Beretta is an automatic bid, having won last year's pit. Nicholas is Augie's pick. He was his number one pick. He was my number one pick, too. This better be a squash. Greg sucks. The bell's rung and we're underway. Oh boy. Those two shots to start aren't great. Now, as I mentioned on the pod, is there's a big splash by Nicholas in the corner. Baby bust. Nicholas, I gave Braun Strowman's everything because, I mean, that was his partner, so he's got all of Braun's moves, although because of his size, he can't do some of the moves. He can do that splash, though. Man, how great would it be if this child could win this tournament? Oh, and Augie's back. Augie's had very good timing for his matches. Hashtag tag team champion. Look at Nicholas throwing Beretta around like it was nothing. Nicholas, who is undoubtedly the worst ranked person we've ever had in one of these tournaments. He's under a 60 because he's a child. Ooh, big drop kick by Beretta. It would be very embarrassing for Beretta to... I'm reminded of all the times Omega fought a little girl. Well, and I think Beretta's a natural evolution in that. 2017, Trent defeated Rocky Romero in a play-in matchup. Bray Wyatt, TJ Perkins, Kushida, and Seth Rollins before ultimately losing to Zack Sabre Jr. in the semifinals. Pardon me, of March of Madness, thank you. And then last year in the pit, Beretta defeated Rey Mysterio, Goldberg, Rusev, and Jeff Cobb. So after all that, if he loses to a prepubescent boy, then there's a problem. Heyman would have Nicholas get the fluke roll up. Hey, absolutely, man. Got a nerve hole on Beretta here. The winner of this wrestles The Undertaker, by the way. In case that was lost a few moments ago. As I recall, the Dude Buster was pretty much a surefire pin. The Dude Buster, I think, may be the most protected move in Macho Madness and Pit streaming history. There's a Yokosuka cutter by Nicholas. That is Braun Strowman's signature maneuver. Beretta could lose to a child. Nicholas has Beretta up for the running power slam into the pin. Too close to the ropes. It'll be the break. Nicholas, again, this answers the question for everybody on Reddit who was like, oh, what are the ratings? Nicholas as a 20-point underdog to Beretta. And almost beat him right there. Oh, look at this flash. Small package by Beretta on a poor unsuspecting child. Still only got a 1, though. Beretta's hurt. This kid finally giving out some offense. Because, of course, he did nothing in that tag match and a big clothesline. Now got him in a camel's clutch. Beretta sneaks out. Oof. Nasty spill. Nicholas's face took on those ropes. Driving the knee down. Those undeveloped bones of Nicholas. That sounds so weird. Beretta top rope. Looking to risk it all. Oh, and a big misstep there by Beretta. Got Nicholas in the corner. Nicholas starting to slow down. It is past his bedtime. Oof, big chop by your reigning defending pit champion, Nicholas. Doesn't want to have any more of that. Switches him around. Double axe. Gets back elbowed. Ooh, and a big forearm smash. But the Dude Buster, I'm trying to rack my brain. It may have been kicked out of once, if that. Beretta stomping a mud hole in Nicholas. Stomp to the back. Picks him up. Look at Nicholas doing the super heavyweight body slam spot on Trent. Nice sit-out body slam. We saw Magnus, Nick Aldis win with that move earlier, still kicking out at 1. This is insane. Now both men on the floor. If Nicholas is like anything like Braun Strowman, we've seen Braun has had 2 horrible count-out losses. One was to Kenny King in last year's March of Madness. The other was when he was Podswoggle champion to Abraham Lincoln a couple years ago. Insaguri blocked. This has gone on about 8 minutes longer than I thought it would. Yeah. Nicholas thrown back in by Beretta. Trent snapmares him. I don't know why Trent... Oh, and Nicholas has busted Beretta wide open. He's got him up again. Another signature move by Nicholas. Let Nicholas tell his story. He normally likes them read to him, but now he's telling his own. Is that enough to beat Beretta and the Pit Championship? No, so close. Nicholas almost had him. Nicholas wins. Him and Izzy are going to go to prom and ruin shit. Nicholas has Trent Beretta up. How much story can he have? He's like 10. Running power slam. Hooks the leg this time. 1, 2. No. Trent kicks out at 2. This child almost beat your reigning defending Pit champion. Nicholas is shocking the world here. Nicholas picks Beretta up again. My God, he's got comeback moments. Ducks the clothesline. Big back body drop. John Cohn's kid is legit. Spine buster. Another cover. 1, 2. No, Beretta kicks out again. Yo, fuck Kenny Omega. Beretta's the best at making a kid look good. 2 punches. He's a counter machine. Beretta sends Nicholas into the corner. Went for a knee, misses it. Oh, reverse DDT driving the back onto his knee. Trent's going to have to dig deep again. Dig deep against this kid. Nicholas has another fucking finisher, it looks like. Has Trent Beretta up on his shoulders. Running power slam. He's going to be too close to the ropes again. No ring awareness because he probably can't spell awareness. Nicholas is UMBC versus Virginia. Trent wasting way too much energy running to the opposite corner. Top rope. Wants Nicholas to get to his feet. He better watch out. He might overshoot him on whatever he goes for. Big shoulder tackle. Nicholas rolls to the outside. I don't know why Beretta's celebrating. He just had to wrestle 10 minutes against a fucking teenager. Throws Nicholas back in. Now Beretta go into the corner. He should have gone in the first place. That is a far distance. Elbow drop onto the lower back. Rolls Nicholas over into the pin. Is the Cinderella story over for Nicholas? Count of 2. No! Got the arm locked in. Nicholas not going down without a fight. He's just a boy, Trent. Augie trying to be the only member of the Swoggle squad to get 2 members of their roster guaranteed into the next round. Here is another cutter. Nicholas is about to hit Beretta with his 4th running power slam. Look at these blows. Are they booing Nicholas? I don't know. They're booing somebody. The crowd is just naturally in a tizzy right now. Beretta making Nicholas get to his feet, up on the shoulders. It is the Dude Buster. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Beretta survives. And I mean survives, because Nicholas almost pulled this out. This ain't no Make-A-Wish. So your current reigning defending pit champion makes it to the second round. But Nicholas is still a fan favorite, at least with us. Maybe not the live crowd. One hell of a match. 2 back-to-back great ones. But Beretta, bloodied, battered, but not beaten. I needed to have Nicholas versus Taker at a visceral level for real. They've been a 30-point underdog. At Chicago, no wonder they booed him. Oh, very true. All right, so we have 7 first-round matches down, and it's time for our final first-round match. And I don't know if he's still in rehearsal or what he's doing, but it is time for our very own Lucha Verde, Verde the Luchador, whatever you want to call him, to enter the ring and take on the bad boy from GCW and Evolve and AEW. Had a banner year, Joey Janela. Of course, Verde the Luchador was away from the business for quite some time. Recently made his return. He didn't get a chance to take out his promo he put online. He also has done great work with Macho Madness over the years. In our midst, we have an actual professional wrestler, and he is in the tournament. He is my pick, so I could block Widden from getting into the second round. And Verde coming out hot. Janela counters. So if Widden wins, then Joey Janela. So we would have all of us with 1 representative in the Elite 8 and then 2 vacants. Those being Beretta and Nick Aldis. Ooh, brutal reverse Rana by Janela. Why is Nicholas taller than Janela? No, honestly, Nicholas was set up. I think it's the disparity because Verde is actually over 6 feet. I don't know if Beretta's actually tall too. But Nicholas was as small and as light as you could make a character in the game. I don't know why Janela looks so small compared to Verde, but if Verde wins, then I would have 2 people along with Vacant in the Elite 8, and then Win would be the only one not represented. So, yeah, let's go Verde, huh? If Swoggle Squad champ is a vacant person, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we said on the record that the Discord would be the champions. I'd have to double check. This guy looks like Triple H is filling in for Lucha Verde. I smell collusion. Yeah, I mean, I've met Verde, and he is a tall gentleman. And he's in good shape. I wouldn't say he is that muscular. But you know, the game is restricted, and how feeble you can be. In his defense, he had his other gimmick as his other created wrestler as well, and he is like, "Please take my stats down," because of course he was maxed out at 100 on everything. Because you almost always max yourself out in the game. I wish there was a way to do that, like preload somebody's face as the reveal underneath a hood in a game. That'd be fantastic. I would have overused that so much at this point. Janela dropping him Lucha Verde on the Snake Eyes there. Janela way out of position on the cover is the ref. Janela still gets a 2 on it though. Joey Janela had a deep run in Bola this year. Made it to semifinals. Huge super kick by Verde, the luchador. How is that not a rope break? I mean, I shouldn't really complain. It's my guy, but that was a 2 count. Winner of this gets Nick Aldis in the next round. Beautiful twisting press. Verde coming back here. 2 shots, spinning around. Nice Kalisto kick. Verde fired up. Janela trying to counteract. Oof. Nice little series of moves here. Verde spinning him around into 4 stiff knees. Send him in the corner. This is definitely a match that Janela would book for one of his spring break shows. Totally off topic, but you catch the Cabana versus Yana match. Absolutely. And there is a turn through the ropes turnbuckle DDT by Verde the Luchador on Joey Janela. A master class of comedy wrestling. Verde picks Janela up. Verde does not want to win this match by count, and he wants to drag Janela into the corner and smash his head against the steps. That's not the worst that's ever happened to Joey Janela. Very serious match, that one. Janela sent in the corner. Verde gets him back in. Verde with looks like a lie detector, like a jumping STO. Janela in trouble. The ref slow to get down for the count again. Count of 2. Kick out. No shenanigans, none at all. Stomping down on the arm. I want to point out we didn't do our New Japan Cup picks on the podcast, but as it stands at the moment, as Verde mentions a big spin kick. Oh, seriously, Cabana takes his matches. At the moment for our New Japan brackets, the entire junior heavyweight division, which is... I'm sorry, the entire original junior division, which is Tope, Win, and Augie, are beating the original heavyweight division of me, Spencer, and Rich. So we are the bottom 3, and the top 3 are Augie, Tope, and Win. I believe Win is in the lead at the moment. Nice chop, Verde. Got Janela set up for a suplex. Janela will sneak his way around and counter it. Shot to the back. Janela sends Verde crashing into the post. Stomping away at Verde. Choking him out with his knee. And Janela, wake up taunt on Verde. Maybe looking for a package pile driver. Sets him up. Verde counters it. Clotheslines Janela down. Drag Janela away from the ropes. Verde into the pin. 2 count only. Really no major offense there, so I would not expect that to lead to a victory. Went for double knees in the corner. Janela gets out of it. Verde blocks the back elbow. Discus lariat. Janela blocks. Thez press. A Pez dispenser is basically what I just said. 2 count only on the pin. Janela. Oh, look at Janela. Look, taking the turnbuckle pad off on Verde the Luchador. Ref did not see it. Janela, of course, is proficient in death matches. Maybe looking to use some underhanded tactics to sneak a victory against Verde the Luchador. Somebody should have secured that turnbuckle with some tape. Never be too careful. Ooh, Verde nipped right back up after that. Oh, and Janela's going to... Oh, wait, the ref fixed the turnbuckle post. We didn't see it on camera, but the ref actually got the pad back on. Expecting Janela there to feel the effects of his own undoing. Nice slingshot leg drop by Verde. Verde taking a breath. He just recently returned to the ring, so let him get his cardio back up. Some distance away from Janela. Running super kick. Janela throws him off. Jawbreaker, and Verde was just busted open under that hood. Janela top rope. Big swanton dive onto Verde the Luchador. Down into the cover. Hooks the leg. No, 2 count. Janela getting Verde up to his feet. Kick to the stomach. Looking for the package pile driver. This time he hits it. Verde in trouble. Gonna drag him away for the ropes just to be sure. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and 3. Joey Janela has defeated our very own Verde the Luchador and advances to the second round. Hell of an effort by Verde. But ultimately the bad boy gets it done, which, like I said earlier, means all 6 members of the Swoggle squad have one of their representatives make it to the second round and their other representative eliminated. And then 2 vacants still there as well. So it is still anybody's match, anybody's tournament. It must really suck to bleed under a hood like that. I would hate it. Every time I see Penta, like Blade, I'm like, sure, his mask gets ripped. I'm like, oh, it's gotta suck. It's gotta be so stinky and gross. All right, so let's start back from where we started for our first quarterfinal match. Velocity sounds like a good place for it. It is Bobby Roode taking on a man who I think won in the quickest amount of time, David Arquette. So right here, either Augie or Rich will be the first man out of this tournament. Bobby Roode, we talked about earlier, had a poor Macho Madness history, despite the fact that he was in every one until this year. Arquette, never in a March of Madness, despite the fact that he was a former WCW champion. Somebody looking to go to the Final Four. Arquette go behind on Roode. Not sure what Arquette is going for there. And Roode tells him, well, whatever you're doing, stop it. But look at Arquette out wrestling Roode. These guys actually doing some chain work here. Arquette with those midlife crisis tattoos just gets smashed with a clothesline. Form smash. Arquette has impressed the hell out of me. Not only tonight, but in this entire year and everything that he's done. Trying to be a serious wrestler. A nice leg drop. Biting the fingers. Arm like a half chicken wing there. The arm of Roode. A story it would be for David Arquette to come back to wrestling and win the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. Nice suplex there by Bobby Roode. Roode picks Arquette up. Another nice backbreaker. Does Arquette have a gimmick, or is it literally, I'm a serious wrestler now? I mean, I think he's fucking former WCW heavyweight champion David Arquette. I think it's enough. I mean, has anybody I know seen him work live? I don't know if they have or not. There's a chance we see him WrestleMania weekend. I know he's booked for a couple shows. But I don't think, as of right now, we are going to those that he's announced for. Nice DDT by Arquette. Arquette went for a big splash. Roode had it scouted and moved out of the way. Oh, an ankle lock by Arquette. Roode kicks him off. Maybe it's a significant match. Rude. Shades of Mr. Perfect there. Oh, he's wrestling Timothy Thatcher. Good God. That's going to be vicious. I think is that the penis party? That's a Joey Ryan's penis party, which if we do not get NXT tickets, is what we're going to, I believe, that night. I'll probably clear with my wife Samantha we're going to Joey Ryan's penis party. Is that okay? There's a spear by Arquette. That's what he beat Marty Scurll with earlier. Won't be rude with it earlier. Okay. Cool, thanks. It'll be a fun time. So Arquette's spear is not invincible. Look at David Arquette with a tope. Huge dive to the floor by Arquette. And a little DDP bang for good measure. And he's slapping and kicking away at Bobby Roode. David Arquette and Nicholas have been the MVPs of this tournament so far. Roode with a chop. Arquette slapping him away. And Roode sent into the turnbuckle. Count is at 6 now as both men are on the floor. Battling it out. Arquette gets Roode back in the ring. Smashing the head of Roode into the mat. Sizing him up. Smashing his head into the mat again. Arquette taking his time. Another spear by Arquette. This could be an incredible second upset for David Arquette. Nope, instead trying to wear down the arm of Roode one more time. Roode cannot get out of this submission. And a diamond cutter. Roode is in trouble. Arquette the pin. Count of 2. He got him. David Arquette is in the final 4 of the pit. Rich had Triple H, and David Arquette has gotten him further in this tournament. Augie is officially out of the 2019 pit. David Arquette is in the final fucking 4. Unbelievable.
Here is your winner, David Arquette.
David Arquette is moving on. Let's move on. Who's going to take on David Arquette in the... So either David Arquette... I'm going back to not watching again. See, this is what happens, Augies, when you don't watch. The same thing that normally happens. You guys are already gone. So, hey, man. You had a good Nicholas and Bobby Roode. They gave their all, but it was close. So either David Arquette or one of these next 2 men will be in the finals of the pit. Joey Janela back in it quickly against Nick Aldis, who survived Minoru Suzuki earlier. And our next bout. So one of these guys is David Arquette in their future. Excuse me a moment while I use the restroom. Samantha, entertain the people.
What? No.
It's like when Bob Uecker passes out in Major League.
Well, welcome to the Samantha segment of this show. We've got a match starting here, and here we go. Let's watch in silence. Thank you. Augie, it's not even over yet. It's like really, it's not over. You're not supposed to leave before it's over. You don't have anything else to do. I don't know where you're going. I love it. Augie's in it. It's not over.
Of course it's not. But we'll see something real soon. Say get back in the kitchen.
I hate you so much.
She just...
I love you. I'm trying not to.
She likes being here. In the kitchen, I mean. She likes being in the kitchen. Yeah, Augie, let me know about the thing. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, so...
That was so
What? It has to be. Aldous and Janela, quarterfinal action here. So this is the end of the road for possibly Widden. I realized that as I was...
There's some people in the ring, and let's watch this in silence.
I was like, I really set you up for failure here.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that while I was going to the restroom. Like, oh man, I feel like a dick. So, yeah, so Vacant could make their way into the final four. Okay, wink, wink. Nice stun gun there by Aldous. Only a 1 count on Janela. So, yeah, this bracket is shaped up. The bottom half, a much easier road, it would seem like on paper, than the top half. The top half has John Cena, Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker, and your current champion, Beretta, up there. Where one of these guys, or David Arquette's making their way to the championship. Aldous sends him into the corner. Big clothesline. Smashing the arm down. And a headlock. Nick Aldis, that very, very exciting style of hard-hitting action we all love to see. Ooh, nice trip up there by Janela. Janela just had a hard-fought match against Verde the Luchador. I mean, not that Nick Aldis' match wasn't hard-fought as well against Minoru Suzuki. Both guys have been tested. Both guys have earned their spots here. Nice knee lift by Janela. Janela, oh, nice Canadian destroyer. We've seen him take that move from Virgil before. And now Janela kicks Aldis in the stomach, looking for package pile driver. Gets Aldis up, hits him with it. He beat Verde the Luchador with that move. Will drag Aldis away from the ropes. Hooks the far leg. Aldis in trouble. 1, 2. No, Aldis kicks out at 2. Janela took too much time getting him away from the ropes. Janela still looking good. No stranger to making semifinals of the tournament, like I mentioned earlier. Making it to the final 6 of the bowl of this year. Snaps him off. For a headbutt, Aldis back elbows him. And Aldis looking for a power bomb. Oh, trying to power. I thought he was gonna power bomb Janela over the top with a falling power bomb. I don't know how that is not a rope break. Janela kicks out. Aldis confident, taking a break in the corner. Janela forces himself to get back to his feet with the ropes. Jawbreaker. Janela looking to cheat like Triple H did earlier after that jawbreaker. 2 count only. Good combination of moves there by the bad boy. Haybert, how late am I? We are in the second quarterfinal match in the pit. There's a pin by Janela. Nope, 2 count only. So we're in the quarterfinals. Already advanced to the final 4 is David Arquette. Yes, you heard that correct. He's defeated Marty Scurll and Bobby Roode. And he will take on the winner of this match between Joey Janela and Nick Aldis coming up after this is Beretta and The Undertaker, and then John Cena and Shawn Michaels in our other quarterfinal matches. Saw a great classic, like literal 15 to 20 minute Undertaker Triple H match. Nicholas stole the show. Oh, there's that body slam sit out. Aldis beat Minoru Suzuki with this, and he'll beat Joey Janela with it. Widden just got eliminated from the pit. Nick Aldis has defeated Joey Janela, so either Nick Aldis or David Arquette will be in the championship of the pit. Don't adjust your sets. Nick Aldis, your winner. Janela had him with that package pile driver earlier, but took too much time getting away. Never thought I'd type that. So Widden and Augie are out. And so far, Rich, the only one in the final four from the Swoggle squad. At least somebody will join him, either Tope or myself, but that won't be now. It's going to see if Spencer can join him in the final four. Or will it be your reigning defending pit champion, Beretta, who barely defeated a child earlier, will now take on The Undertaker. First time Taker's been out of the first round in the pit. Beretta only lost one match in 2 tournaments up to this point. I feel like this happened on SmackDown like 2009. I'm sure he gave Greg a very disgusting tombstone in the middle of like some crazy melee. Coming out hot on Beretta. We saw Taker get taken to the absolute limit by Triple H earlier. Saw him get multiple tombstones countered. So one dude buster, and that could spell the end. We saw how good Beretta has been at administering it. Nice back elbow there by Taker. Really pummeling Trent to start. Got him up, transition on his shoulders and a stun gun. And look at Trent early nipping up on Taker there. Nice drop kick. Taker rolling to the outside. Trent wild knee misses. Taker was going to the top. This is a mess to start. Another guy being able to get any sort of sustained or sensible offense. Nice kick to the back by Beretta. And locking on a side headlock. The dude buster's OP. Caribbean Kid. Hell yeah, try and kill that old man. Verde, you gave it a hell of a run. I don't know if you saw it earlier, but you unfortunately are out, my good man. You gave Joey Janela everything you could, but a first round exit for our own Verde the Luchador in the first round. Beretta sends Taker to the corner. Misses the smash. You guys trading blows. Taker with that less than stellar leaping lariat. He used to get a lot of air on that, and now he does not. Taker no-selling that forearm smash. Trent working as quick as he can. That's his biggest advantage has got to be the speed. Sends Taker into the corner. Hits the clothesline in the quarter instead of going for the knees. And a leg drop. Beretta, he's been here before. He's been to the top just this last year. Like we said, he had an amazing run last year, defeating some heavy hitters. Trying to lock in, and hey, if Beretta wins this, he's just going to be the permanent pit champion, just like Zack Sabre Jr. is. Misses the knee in the corner, and he gets hit with that lariat. Rolls out to the apron. Taker wants him to get up. Taker taking his sweet time. Big punch sending him down to the floor. And taunting out to his creatures of the night. Taker. Beretta not letting the best striker in WWE hit any of those punches. He drop kicked him in his back at the apron there. Close quarters on the floor here in this NXT arena. Taker throwing haymakers. Count is at 4. Taker will smash Beretta against the apron. More punches. Again, Beretta, every time Taker gets a couple punches off, Beretta cuts him off. The count is at 6 now. That'll let Beretta get Taker back into the ring. Now taking out those wheels. Taker, of course, got a couple new hips. A lot of leg problems for that 7-foot-tall man. Forearm smash. Beretta sends Taker into the corner. Another clothesline. Totally aborted attempting that knee now. And that corner clothesline is his bread and butter. More work on the arm. I was going to say Taker, of course, has had shoulder and arm injuries in the past. But where has Taker not had an injury in the past? Beretta slows it down and hits a headlock. And these two men will join David Arquette and Nick Aldis in an incredibly eclectic Final Four. We've lost Kane, Triple H, Marty Scurll. Some big heavy hitters already. We have a lot of heavy hitters still in it. Oh, and just out of nowhere as I say that, Taker scoops Beretta up like it's nothing and drops him in a tombstone. Will the run of Beretta finally end? Yes, it will. The Undertaker has eliminated your reigning and defending pit champion, Beretta. And he is making it into the Final Four. Spencer has joined Rich in the Final Four. Nick Aldis, Vacant's only hope. Only because Nicholas wore him down. I'm still bitter. Ooh, one tombstone spelled the end for Beretta. Taker. Never been Podswoggle champion before. If he can win the pit, he'll go against Pasta Malone and Macho Madness as champion to possibly get there. So again, we have a classic match set up for you in the next round automatically because of that, because we have one Elite 8 match to go. And the winner of it will wrestle The Undertaker. Will it be John Cena or will it be Shawn Michaels? Spicy either way. These two have had some incredible matchups in the past. Of course, we talked about earlier the story of Cena being in the pit for the first time after dominating March of Madness for 8 years. And I love this match is in the game's bootleg indie arena. They lock up to start. Cena throws Michaels off. We're either going to get the rematch we all want, we all love to see from WrestleMania 25 and 26, HBK and Taker, or the real Cena Taker match we didn't get last year. Was HBK the first person to beat Cena clean after he won the world title the first time? Probably, yeah, because Edge never beat Cena clean in that run. Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking off the top of my head. Ooh, Cena misses the fist drop. Nice swinging neck breaker there by HBK. At least in a one-on-one match. I don't know if Cena took a tag loss to Edge or Orton or something. I doubt it. Belly to belly by Cena. Okay, Federline was the first. Right, how can we forget that incredibly clean Kevin Federline win? HBK looked the most dominant in their first round. Well, I guess you could say Cena was as well. HBK had Marco's stunt and looked very good in that. Cena had very little trouble except the very beginning against Jinder, but Cena didn't even need an AA. Cena literally beat Mahal with a 5-knuckle shuffle. So these guys looked the best in the first round, as you'd expect. clothesline by Cena on HBK. Really is a tale of two divisions. Either Taker, Cena, or Shawn Michaels will be in the championship in one half, and then either Arquette or Aldis will be in the other. Cena sent off the ropes by Michaels. Nice back elbow drop there. A back elbow. Wasn't a drop. He stayed on his feet. Clothesline into the corner. Cena takes a moment to think about it. Now we're at the point now where these two battling on the floor. A double countout would mean that Taker would automatically advance into the championship. Cena flying shoulder tackle on HBK. Cena feeling good. Sends HBK off the ropes. Hip toss sits out on it. Getting a bit more momentum. Dragging HBK into the middle of the ring. I thought he was maybe looking for a 5-knuckle shuffle. Instead, looks for a pin on HBK. That's only going to be a 1. Nice kick to the back. Keeping HBK grounded. You can't see me. Bounce off the ropes. Shimmy shake. Dirt off your shoulders. Drops him with the fist. And now he wants HBK to get up. This could be a very quick defeat for the showstopper. And Shawn Michaels was playing possum. Baited him in and counters it. Now HBK in the corner. Looking for sweet chin music. Cena up to his feet. Of course he can't see him. He's 80. And also Shawn Michaels' eyes are very weird. Macular degeneration is a real thing. Sweet chin music. Cena in trouble. Center of the ring. Count at 2. No, 2 count only. Cena, I thought, after being delegated to the pit, was going to lose his second match. Michaels, though, getting the crowd all kinds of into it. Forearm smash. Here is that classic Shawn Michaels comeback. Atomic drop. Body slam to Cena. Now looking to go to the top rope. Gonna have to change direction in midair for this elbow drop. Nails it on a Cena. Not gonna lie, I miss you saying you can't see me with absolutely zero enthusiasm. That's tonight. That's the only time you're gonna get to enjoy it this month. Cena is in trouble. HBK tuning up the band. Come on, Cena, you son of a bitch. You're my only hope. Sweet chin music on Cena, center of the ring. Cena, you bastard, kick out. Count at 2. Yes, Cena kicks out again. I hate rooting for Cena, but god damn it, I have to. Because Tope is Shawn Michaels. No, that's not true. Tope wishes he was Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is Tope's pick. I don't want Tope to make it in the final 4. Either Tope and I will be out here, leading to one of us, Rich and Spencer. So Cena's been hit with 2 sweet chin musics. Now a figure 4 by Michaels. Cena has tapped out before. Oh, and he punches the knee off. I just want to see Tope hit a year at this point. If Tope literally like CM Punk's nice sit out body slam there. Tope is Triple H, let's be honest. Tope H. 1, 2, 3. Hey, maybe we'll get it one more time. He's about to morph into the pistachio elephant. Just you wait. Oh man, I wonder if I could find the pistachio elephant for my next Twitch pick. That'd be great. Oh, look at this. Dirty tactics here by HBK. Locking on the world's ugliest sharpshooter. As I just said, Cena's tapped out to Zack Sabre Jr. He's tapped out to Big E before. But he will not tap out to Shawn Michaels. Ring the damn bell. Misses the splash in the corner. And for the belly to belly, Michaels rakes the eyes. Big forearm smash and a nip up. Cena's hit 3 of the 5 moves of Dune as Michaels going for another super kick. 3rd sweet chin music. He falls back on Cena. Cena's busted open. Count of 2. Shawn Michaels has beaten John Cena. I am out. God damn it. John Cena in his first pit gets eliminated in the Elite Eight. Goes 1-1, and Shawn Michaels will take on The Undertaker. Of course, this asshole comes in and beats everybody. Oh, it is Shawn Michaels in 2005 and not 1997, or else it'd be really bad. John Cena is out of the pit. Unbelievable turn of events. 3 Sweet Chin musics by HBK. Spells the end. Cena did not hit a single attitude adjustment in this tournament. So it's down to Taker, Michaels, Aldis, and Arquette. Is this arena just a parking lot? Yeah, it's for the My Career story. It's their like indie promotion. It's like in a warehouse or something. It is time for the Final Four. We'll start with the matchup at the bottom. It is Rich and Vacant, which means that it's David Arquette versus Nick Aldis. One man is going to the championship. David Arquette was the third lowest ranked person in this tournament. Nicholas was sub 60, and Marco Stunt was 75. Arquette is 76. So this is already a huge accomplishment for David Arquette. Some years we have Diego and the Boogeyman winning. Some years we have Kota Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. winning. This match will maybe determine which kind of year it is. You forget how big Aldis is sometimes, but against Arquette, you can definitely see it. Arquette showing off everything he's learned in the early goings. Oof, he just gets shoulder tackled down to the mat with authority. Tilt-a-whirl slam by Aldis. Nice DDT there by David Arquette. I needed Arquette versus Taker matchup. I mean, I think we're all rooting for Arquette at this point. I mean, I'm not because it's Rich, but still. Also, I want to point out that this Podswoggle Championship is the one before WrestleMania. So whoever's champion will be champion for WrestleMania weekend. Upon first glance, it looks like Christian versus Elijah Wood. Wow, if you squint, it really does. That's insane. So, of course, Tope has Pasta Malone. Either Rich, Spencer, or Tope himself will get the second rep, and whoever has the best bracket for March of Madness will have the winner of March of Madness represent them in that triple threat. Of course, there's powers that are already going to be used over WrestleMania weekend. Tope has already used the power, saying that he gets control of Auki's dating apps the entire week of WrestleMania. Nice top rope arm drag by Aldis on Arquette. Ref out of position, but still almost a 2 count there on that very early in the match. That's one thing that'll happen. What else is happening? I think that's it, actually, that I think about it. I might try to buy some mayonnaise for Waiting to Smash mayonnaise like Stone Cold Steve Austin at some point. Aldis picks Arquette up. Dragon screw leg whips him down. Shades of Tanahashi with that one. Arquette not looking like the same David Arquette we saw leading up to this. Puts Arquette up against the ropes. Aldis sent to the floor. Now Arquette brawling. Now, very interesting here. If this match were to go to a double countout, then the semifinal Taker HBK match automatically becomes the final. Aldis gonna take Arquette and bash him onto the ring apron. Hot spot of the ring right there. Aldis sends Arquette back into the ring. A little bit. Oh, okay. Well, I will make sure I don't make it lag while I'm the one talking. So I know I'm an idiot. Aldis dominating Arquette. Is that enough? Is Arquette just done? No way. It's come way too far to gain legitimacy in this business to get taken out that quickly by Nick Aldis. Gotta say, Aldis, that sit-out body slam has been impenetrable. Butterfly suplex. Aldis top rope, looking for that elbow drop. Where can we go to see who owes what powers? You can go to arcadeaudio.net/Podswoggle powers and see. Actually, I pull that up and read it as Aldis continues to just dominate David Arquette. It is not looking good for David Arquette. Oh, and Arquette now caught in Aldis's cloverleaf. Immediately countered out of it, though. Arquette, a nice counter out of the cloverleaf, which I believe is Aldis's finishing maneuver. Do mind, you cowards. Oh. Are you talking about... we're going to do that, I think, on the Mania podcast, where we're all in the same room together. Nice bulldog there by Arquette. When we're all in New York together, I think that's when we're going to do it. Habert, big leg drop. Yeah, so the Podswoggle powers, Augie owes 6 powers. Nice knee trembler there by Arquette. Augie has to take an ice bath while eating a snow cone. Call commentary on Hogan Warrior at Halloween Havoc 98. Sing A Whole New Japan as soon as Spencer writes it. Eat half a bag of kale and do 100 push-up spear by Arquette. That's the spear that he beat Marty Scurll with. The pin on Aldis. 1, 2, no, only 2. Oh, he has to read Green Eggs and Ham Sexy. And then, of course, dating apps to Tope. Arquette got Aldis to a standing position. Looking for the Diamond Cutter. Diamond Cutter by Arquette. He has Aldis dead center. Will David Arquette make the championship of the pit? No, Aldis kicks out at 2. Rich has to wear a pancake outfit in Chicago. Watch the pilot episode of Hogan Knows Best and report about it. Watch a TNA match of Tope's choice. And write and record the song Achy Bready Heart. Achy Breaky Heart, Bret Hart parody. Wins us to do the 30-day booty challenge. Smash 2 jars of mayonnaise like Steve Austin and read an exotic book in the airport. Spencer has to write A Whole New Japan and eat a whole bag of kale and do 50 push-ups. Aldis busted open on a DDT. Tope has to eat 72 ounces of any meat. I have to do New Japan fan fiction and then I forgot about the translation part. Shit. And then eat a bowl of kale while doing a 5-minute Summer of Punk rundown. I will be doing that in New York. As now Arquette, look at this Pentagon Jr. submission. Aldis gets out of it. Went for a suplex, trying to get him up. Finally does. Aldis powerbomb. Nice powerbomb by Aldis on Arquette. Looking for the cloverleaf again. Arquette's close to the ropes, but he's wrenching at it. Arquette's going to try to crawl, but Arquette is tapped out. David Arquette could not survive the cloverleaf after that additional wrench. And your NWA Heavyweight Champion, Nick Aldis, has made it to the championship of the pit. Rich has been eliminated. It is down to Spencer or Tope, or Vacant will have a 33rd and a third chance of winning the Podswoggle Championship on Marcho Madness Day. David Arquette, one hell of an effort. An amazing performance by Arquette. But all this just too much. There's that power bomb and immediately went into the cloverleaf. And you saw the amount of torque he had on that small torso of Arquette. Nick Aldis going to the championship of of the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. Who will meet him there? Who buckle in for what's going to be another classic? Because it is The Undertaker. And it is Shawn Michaels one more time. Undertaker, like I said, is the only man left to have the chance to become the second man to win a pit and a March of Madness along with Zack Sabre Jr. Michaels trying to come back after futility in the retro March of Madnesses. Here we go. Taker comes out hot and heavy with a strong body slam on HBK. Both men have had wars, to get to this point. HBK's definitely had the easier time, it seems like. Even an easier time with Cena versus Taker, who really had to battle Triple H earlier. And former champion Beretta's no slouch either. Dropped down by Michaels. Awkwardly bump into each other there. Back elbow. Forearm smash. Taker didn't want to get down. Michaels already nipping up. Running chop. Taker will not leave his feet. Clothesline into the corner. Taker finally driven down to the mat. HBK locking on that a figure four early. Kicking out of a 0 count. One of these two men will wrestle. Nick Aldis. We are eventually our first legend winning the tournament. Michaels wants Taker to get to his feet. Looking for a double axe or a missile dropkick. No, a cross body. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with that one. Shawn Michaels worked one match this year. Undertaker worked 4 or 5. Minimum of 4. I don't remember if he worked any house shows or not. Double axe handle smash to the back. I think he did work at a couple house shows. I remember him teaming with Roman and Braun. No count there. This one's going to go a little while, as you'd expect. Taker. Nice reverse, or fall-away slam, I should say. Nobody plays possum better than Shawn Michaels. Nice DDT. Taker too close to the ropes. Knee smash into the corner. Okay, going top rope here against Undertaker. Looking for the elbow drop already. We saw Michaels hit it in both matches. And now Michaels tuning up the band. Looking for sweet chin music on The Undertaker. It took 1 to beat Marco Stunt. It took 3 to beat John Cena. Will it take more than 1 to beat The Undertaker? Count of 1. Count of 2. Oh, that was the closest 2 count near fall I think I've ever seen in this game. Michaels going back to the top immediately. Moonsault. Taker had it scouted. Gets the knees up on HBK. Taker has been hit with 1 sweet chin music already. Picks him up. Gonna look to snake eyes him. No, Oklahoma Stampede and a running power slam. Taker, we've seen him use that to recharge in every match. Picks him up. Sends him into the corner. Big splash. Now immediately go into the snake eyes. Comeback moment for Taker and a big boot. And a leg drop. Beautiful transition there as Taker gets back in momentum. Choke slam on HBK. Nails him. Trying to eliminate both the DX from this tournament. He'll drag Michaels away from the ropes. Maybe should just go for the... I thought he was going to go for the pin. He goes for the elbow instead. I think that's smarter than going for the pin. He'll do it anyway. Count of 1. Only a 1. I don't know why Taker is shocked. He knows what it takes to put away Shawn Michaels, and it's more than that. But it might not be more than this. Getting Michaels up to his feet, setting him up for the tombstone pile driver. Michaels, is he too close to the ropes? No, he is not. No, ref again. That controversial rope break with those feet. We saw it happen against Triple H twice. Taker's really had to earn all of his victories. So both men have hit their main weapon. Now maybe just come down to who is luckier. I don't know what Michaels was doing there. He got dropped in an STO, or reverse STO. Oh, and Michaels' forearm smash going into his comeback moment. Atomic drop. Body slam. Immediately gets Taker in a position for the elbow drop. It'll pick him up instead. And now looking for the sharpshooter. No way Taker's going to tap out. Michaels locks the sharpshooter in anyway. Undertaker just tapped out. You gotta be kidding me. The Undertaker just tapped out to the sharpshooter of Shawn Michaels in the semifinals of the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. Spencer is out, which leaves us with just fucking Tope. The only Swoggle Squad member left in the pit. It'll be Shawn Michaels and Nick Aldis. Either vacant or Tope. Oh, God, I'm going to throw up. Will be advancing to March 30th. Shawn Michaels makes the Undertaker tap out. He's defeated John Cena and The Undertaker to get to the championship match. I can't believe I saw The Undertaker tap out. And you...
He wasn't real.
Go back, go take another dump. You were gone long enough, that was a dump. I know you. Stop rooting for Tope, Sumner. So either Tope will have a 2/3 chance of still being champion, or he will at least have a 33 1/3 chance. I'm doing Steiner math now. With Nick Aldis being the hope. It's title time. Man, what a weird championship match this is. But it's your current NWA champion, Nick Aldis, against the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Who would have predicted this as a championship match? Had we done brackets at all? It's the championship of the pit. Nick Aldis defeated Minoru Suzuki, Joey Janela, and David Arquette. Shawn Michaels defeated Marco Stunt, John Cena, and The Undertaker. And of course, we are in a big old gymnasium to end it with the dirtiest mat of all time. The match is underway. Aldis. Nice wrestling takedown to start. Go behind by Michaels. Some nice wrestling to start this one out. Nice chop. And a drape Aldis against the top rope. Like I said at the start of the night, Shawn Michaels did not have the best Macho Madness record ever. In fact, if I'm looking back at my history here of Macho Madness, let me see if Shawn Michaels ever even made it into an Elite Eight. To my knowledge, Shawn Michaels never even made it to an Elite Eight of a Macho Madness. And here he is about to win 4 straight matches to win a pit, his first appearance in a live tournament of either Macho Madness or the pit ever. He's gut wrenched there by Aldis. He's kicking shit. What are you doing? Aldis looking for a pin. Ref's slow to get down. He's an indie ref. This guy's like an accountant on his day off. Well, I guess no. This is his day off. This guy's an accountant 5 days out of the week. He's a ref 2 days out of the week. Michaels is having a mental breakdown. Same thing happened to Minoru Suzuki against Aldis. Something about Nick Aldis just does that to his opponents. Big chop. And you gotta watch taking a bump. That is a mat on a basketball court. That will hurt. Of course, if this goes to a double countout, we will just restart the match because this is our championship. Michaels. No, it's a tournament. I'm not doing this for 2 hours and 10 minutes and then nothing happens at the end of it. Ooh, Michael sent it to the stairs. But wait a minute. What the count is at? I don't know what the count was at. Aldis? All right, so Aldis reset the count. Smart ring awareness there by Nick Aldis. Getting back into the ring to reset the count. Because Aldis does not want to win that way. Throws Michaels back into the ring. Count's now set at 4. Smashing the neck and the head onto the apron. Ooh, and a leaping knee to the head of Shawn Michaels. Nick Aldis, some may argue, should have been in March of Madness, being NWA champion during their resurgence. Having a big high-profile match against Cody at All In. Repping the brand strongly. Showing that he maybe should have been there. He's looking to the top rope, looking for his own version of the elbow drop against HBK. Misses it. Michaels knows that trick. Plays, like I said, for every match so far. Michael's the best at playing possum. I think I'll just waste all that energy and hurt his elbow, crashing it into that definitely staph-infected ring. Figure 4. We just saw Michaels tap Undertaker out. Will he tap Aldis out? No, Aldis punches away at the knees. You okay? Oh. Aldis. Ooh, nice pile driver on HBK. Aldis. Well, I thought he was looking for a wake-up taunt. Instead, is he going to lock the cloverleaf in? Nope. Pick HBK up. Nick Aldis close to winning the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. Both guys have full-blown MRSA at this point. Yep. We're going to have to... Somebody's going to lose a limb at the end of this one. Michaels answers Aldis's pile driver with one of his own. Now Michaels moved out of the way from Aldis's elbow. Will Aldis do the same? No, he will not. Shawn Michaels nails the elbow drop. Immediately into a cover. Aldis fighting it, kicking away. Oh, no, 2 count only. Michaels tuning up the band one more time. Will he win the pit with this sweet chin music? Aldis prone position, sweet chin music. Hooks the far leg. The cover. Count of 2 and a kick out. Shawn Michaels so close from winning the 2019 pit. Feeding off the energy of this crowd. Aldis back to his feet. Michaels into a comeback. Forearm. Atomic drop. Body slam. Got Aldis right where he wants him. Headbutt. Aldis counters with a back elbow. Looking for that suplex. We've seen him use a couple times. Michaels blocks the first one. Doesn't think he's going to go for it again. No, Michaels blocks the second one too. Michaels stuck on the ropes. Sends Aldis into the corner. Diving forearm smash. Michaels now into the corner. One more time. Calling for it. Tuning up the band. Aldis out of position. Sweet chin music on Nick Aldis for the second time. Drags him away. The pin. The Heartbreak Kid. Count of 2. I spoke too soon again. It took 3, to defeat John Cena. It will take at least 3 to beat Nick Aldis. Why does HBK's hair look like those window wipers in the car wash? Because video games still can't figure out how to do good hair, specifically 2K. Aldis now working on the legs of HBK. He is definitely behind in this match if we were scoring it in terms of cards. Top rope. That time he hits the elbow drop. That looked like it landed right in HBK's stomach. Now Aldis, maybe thinking cloverleaf. Maybe thinking sit out body slam. No, just thinking a pin. Count of 1. Count of 2. No, long 2 count. Michaels powers out of that one. A very good championship match here to close out the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. Aldis sizing him up. What's he thinking? Chop before he gets to his feet. Disrespectful slap to the face. Aldis has him in the center of the ring. This would be a perfect opportunity to go for that cloverleaf. The ref checking on Michaels. Aldis trying to figure out what he wants to do. And that's exactly what he's going to go for. Texas Cloverleaf. He made Arquette tap out, but Michaels immediately powers his way out of it. Michaels will take a second and again have a minor migraine attack on the floor like he did earlier in the match, and also like Minoru Suzuki did. Gets back into the ring. Sends Aldis off the ropes. Big back forearm, or back elbow. I get my elbows and my forearms confused though. That's not good. Thank you, Samantha. Michael stomps away at Aldis. Aldis has not hit any of his primary weapons except the cloverleaf for a split second. Michaels looking for the moonsault. Moonsault on Aldis. Immediately into the cover. He couldn't hit it on Taker. He hits it on Aldis. Count of two. 2 count only. Can't put Nick Aldis away. Aldis wrestling the match of his life here against Shawn Michaels. Knee tremblers. Michaels off of him. Looking for that double suplex again. Couldn't hit it the first time. Hits it the second time. Aldis now looking for his version of the elbow drop. Michaels rolling further away. Aldis got him set up. Hits the elbow drop on HBK. Immediately no pin. Nick Aldis to win the pit. He got him with the elbow drop. I do not believe it. NWA champion Nick Aldis, of all people, has won the 2019 Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. He will take on Pasta Malone and the 2019 Marcho Madness winner on March 30th after the tournament. Shawn Michaels, so close yet so far away. As Hayward accurately says, okay. Nick Aldis is your winner. So the most relevant the NWA title has been since All In. That's what we do, man. We give up and coming promotions a chance. Sure, it's the oldest wrestling company in the world, but you know, well, no, actually, AAA. I don't mind getting the semantics. So Tope still has a 33 1/3 chance. There's a 33 1/3 chance that that Vacant will be the champion. Actually, here's what we'll do. So he says it's going to be something Discord related. So if you were on our Discord, which I think most of you that are watching live have been, or if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, if you are a Patreon subscriber for $3 a month and part of our Discord, if you have the best bracket, CMML, that's what I meant, not AAA. Thank you, White Internet, for correcting me. That would have bothered me when I heard it later. If you have whoever has the best bracket out of the Discord participants, you will have Nick Aldis be your representative in that triple threat match to determine the new Podswoggle champion. So make sure you have filled out a bracket. Go to arcadeaudio.net/Marcho Madness or go to challenge.com/Marcho Madness 19. Get your bracket submitted. Fuck, I gotta rethink Orton now. Orton's never won. Orton's always been a bridesmaid. And fill it out because you are wearing my ochre crook. You're gonna put me in a crown. The 2019 pit has been completed, but this is just to whet your appetite for the whole shebang. It is 10 days away from when I'm recording this. March 30th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2019's Marcho Madness. The 9th time we are doing this all-day insane tournament. Simulated on 2K. I will quickly run over the matches for you one more time. It is Brock Lesnar versus Sami Callihan. Dean Ambrose versus Ortiz. Bobby Lashley versus Kofi Kingston. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rey Mysterio. Kazuchika Okada versus Scott Dawson. Ricochet versus Juice Robinson. Aleister Black versus Austin Aries. Jay White versus your two-time reigning defending Marcho Madness champion Zack Sabre Jr. Tommaso Ciampa versus R-Truth. Adam Cole versus Roderick Strong. Tatsuya Naito versus Tonga Loa. Samoa Joe versus Sheamus. Jay Lethal versus Rusev. Jeff Cobb versus Randy Orton. Johnny Impact versus Nick Jackson. Seth Rollins versus Evil. AJ Styles versus Hiroki Goto. Brian Cage versus Santana. Chris Jericho versus Taiji Ishimori. Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler. Roman Reigns versus Ray Rowe. Johnny Gargano versus Buddy Murphy, Finn Balor versus the Velveteen Dream, Daniel Bryan versus Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega versus Elias, The Miz versus Kyle O'Reilly, Cody Rhodes versus Xavier Woods, Braun Strowman versus Jey Uso, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Jay Briscoe, Walter versus Cedric Alexander, Will Ospreay versus Pentagon Jr., and Pete Dunne versus Mustafa Ali. Some of those are the greatest first round matchups we've ever had in this tournament's history. Don't miss out on seeing it. Make sure you fill out your bracket. You have until 10 a.m. Eastern on March 30th to get your bracket in. Of course, make sure you're subscribed to Twitch, twitch.tv/Podswoggle is where the tournament will be. Shout out to the Squared Circle subreddit for supporting us for the 6th straight year, sticking that post, allowing us to get so many brackets in. We're over 300 at the moment. We have 10 days still to go. So thank you for your incredible support. Of course, we mentioned earlier, patreon.com/arcadeaudio for bonus content and for a chance to be the future champion. It's going to be a long 10 days. You are right. That day's going to be long as well, although 2 hours and 20 minutes for 16 matches is a pretty good rate. That's all I'm saying. Of course, make sure you're following us on all social media, subscribing to the Podswoggle podcast wherever you get them. Make sure you're also subscribing to us on YouTube so you can go back and watch these streams. Go back and watch all of our past March of Madnesses. People have been asking if they can get them. The last 3 full March of Madnesses are on there, plus individual highlights. Also, the P1 Pinnacle Tournament, the computer simulated round robin tournament from Fire Pro Wrestling is reaching its end. 3 more weeks every single Monday night at 9 Eastern. The new episode's available, and then the live finale will be on April 10th at 8:30 Eastern. It's the perfect way to end WrestleMania weekend. If you're going to be in New York for WrestleMania weekend, hit us up at Podswoggle on Twitter or podswoggle@gmail.com. Myself, basically the whole Swoggle squad except for Widden will be there. We would love to hang out with you, love to see you. We apologize in advance for being in the drunken stupor that we will be in, but we'll have a good time nevertheless. Whew, paying a lot of bills with all these plugs. Thank you so much for watching the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. For my wife Samantha, I am your host Mullet. We are signing off for the Podswoggle Title Tournament normal stream. This time the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. We'll see you for March of Madness. Have a good night.